Hi, I'm Nick Hein, and you are watching my first experience creating the booktube video. I've been an avid reader for more than 40 years. Yeah guys, I'm that old, and I read a lot of books, and I'm still reading a lot of books. And as it usually happens when you read a lot of various interesting books, you always want to tell somebody about them. And as it usually happens, most of my friends and even the family are already trying to run away from me when I'm starting another big rant about some really great book or some really bad book that I have just read. But I still have this urge to share my experience about reading a lot of books. So I decided to start a booktube channel, and I've been watching the various booktube channels for quite some time. So I soaked up a lot of experience about how to do the booktube channel. I even watched recently several videos about how to start the booktube channel, and you know what, I'm doing everything wrong. Have you ever seen, I guess probably you have, but not too often, that the booktube channel will be started not in a cozy nice apartment with the huge really good nice looking bookshelf behind the back, and the creator, the author of the channel, is sitting in the comfortable chair with the good big mug of tea or coffee in his hand, talking with his audience and probably seeing me. You understand, that's not really my type of thing. Well, yeah, honestly, I have a bookshelf, I have a comfortable chair, and I'm a big fan of tea, but here we will do it quite differently. So for starters, let's do it like this. I'm going to open this like that, with a sip of cold one. And that doesn't mean that my channel will be totally dedicated to the manly man books with hard military style action and stuff. I read everything. Ancient history, ancient Greek tragedies, up to the contemporary. Well, there are some genres that I didn't really fond of, but that really doesn't matter. I just want to share my experience about reading some really good book. And there is one thing that I'm not really gonna do on the channel. I'm not going to burn some bad books and talk about something boring that I've just read and some authors that I consider not worth reading. It's not that I didn't read my share of bad books. Of course, as all avid readers do, once in a while you happen to read a really bad and boring book, and I know that negativity sells best. And if it's a thumbnail or the title like the worst book I have read in years, it will always have more views than something more positive. But honestly, I don't want to waste my time, your time, any time on books that not worth reading. Well, in my opinion, I wanted to tell you about the books that you really want to read. Why waste time on something boring? My channel will be probably mostly about the science fiction, and there are plenty of reasons for that. First of all, I was grown on this genre. I was reading the sci-fi from I was even preschool kid. Actually, one of the first stories that I ever remember to read myself, I'm not sure it was really the first one, but it's the one that I really remember first, is the Sound of Thunder by the great Ray Bradbury. And I guess that says a lot about me and about my interests. I read mostly, but not exclusively, the science fiction, and we'll venture into a lot of I think the ship is just passed by, so the waves are hitting us. That's really nice. I'm not gonna edit this out because that's one of the things. I want my channel to be as natural as possible, and I will be shooting my videos in whole lot of different places, like this, I don't know, in the forest, in the medieval ruins. I have plenty around my hometown, so there are a lot of locations that I can shoot my videos. I just want it to be fun for me, fun for you, fun for everybody. And one thing I'm afraid of, if I will be sitting in my chair and talking about the books evening after evening after evening after evening, I think it will become a little bit boring. I'm not going to do like book hauls or book unhauls. I don't get this thing at all. The books are not goods. The books are ideas. The books are stories. The books are fantasies. The books are worlds. It doesn't matter how many books you buy. It doesn't matter how many books you own. It doesn't matter how many books you had on your shelves. What matters is how many you read. Even that doesn't really matter. It matters that you read and enjoy. You may read like 3 books in a year, but if you enjoy them, and if these books brought something new into your life, into your fantasy, into your mind, great. It's awesome. It's not that you need to read a lot to be a proper reader. It's like there is no such thing as a good or bad reader. It's not that there is some sort of amount that you're supposed to read to count as a reader. Like if you read 1 book per year but you love it and it's your style, great. I will try to find this 1 book for you on this channel. And yeah, probably already you understand that English is not my first language. And at least half of the books that I will talk about on this channel I've read not in English but in my native language. Well, try to guess which one is it. And I also don't think that really matters. Because yeah, I know that the reading translation, you're probably mostly reading the translator, not the original author. And I'm trying to read the original text in English, of course, whenever I like the book. But sometimes I read the translations from Spanish, Japanese, French, whatever language. So it's not the main thing. The main thing is to read, to share with you. And that's what I will be doing here from now on. Hope you like this small introduction into my channel. Hope you like my approach to the booktube thing. I hope that you will return to my channel and we will have more very interesting conversation about great books that were written in the past and that are published right now. I'm Nick Hein and you were on my channel Nik'n'Book. See you soon!